Good morning. Welcome to the Resourceful Mofo Podcast. Your boy Mel Boogs.
And I'm your boy Jake718.
Hanging out on a Sunday morning, keeping it simple, going over a few things. We're about to distribute this information. I hope y'all got your notepads ready.
So what's good, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. I had some, I wasn't feeling too well the other night. I ran out of water filters and had no bottled water in the house. So, I figured, tap water can't kill me overnight.
Is that what this is? I'm drinking the filtered stuff right now.
I got some new Brita filters. You're good. I got some new Amazon Essential filters in the mail. You're good. But what was interesting about that experience was the water is that bad where I felt sick in one night of drinking tap water.
You're a bold man. You're a bold. I wouldn't do that. After
I got some bottled water the following day, out of nowhere, the taste of nickels was in my mouth. Out of nowhere, I'm watching television and I taste nickels.
Like, how do you know what nickels taste like? Like,
come on, growing up as a kid, you put a coin in your mouth. You know what it tastes like. You never put a quarter, dime.
Nah, son.
Pennies taste different from dimes. You don't know the difference. Come on, every child has done that.
Great. I'm not gonna lie. This water is actually alright. I didn't know.
Now, once you put that filter to that tap water, it's a different story. But without it, it's mouthful of nickels.
Yeah, Poland Springs, they be it's getting a little expensive. You feel me? Yeah, man. Listen, I've been checking out a couple of things, and I was reading the news, and I wanted to talk about this with you. There's a chick. Her name is Cynthia Nixon. Now, for those of you who don't know who Cynthia Nixon is, she is an actress. She was an actress on Sex and the City, and she's now running for governor of New York City.
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay, against Andrew Cuomo. Okay, now why is this interesting to me? I'm gonna let you know right now, because a part of her platform is to give a form of reparations to American descendants of slaves, and that reparation would be a piece of the marijuana industry. Okay,
so you gonna give me some work? You're not gonna give me no cash. Word. Straight up, you're gonna give me some work.
And you can go get it yourself.
I gotta go get it myself.
But listen, I'm a little I'm not against that. That sounds kind of dope.
I feel marginalized with that option. I feel there should be no boundaries to what I want to do with my ancestral debt.
Absolutely. But this is a start. Now, she did say this would be a form of reparations for the prison industrial complex.
They already know how to hustle, so let's get them doing it first.
Right. But
I'm loving this.
So it wouldn't be the only form of reparations, but for the prison industrial complex, let's give them the first crack at this marijuana industry. Right? So, but here's the thing, there's outcry. There's outcry about this. So, for example, Black Lives Matter, New York specifically, Black Lives Matter, and I have no clue who is the head of the New York Black Lives Matter chapter.
No clue at all.
If it is a chapter, but they said that it's offensive and ignorant, quote unquote.
I think I agree with that to an extent, because you're marginalizing what I can do as a business owner, entrepreneur. Like, I'm one lane. So treat me like a corner boy. Here, take this work. This is what you get. You can work your way up to something bigger and better after you prove yourself with this small pack. What's up? I was sitting with 50 Cent when they put this together.
I gotta disagree with you on that one.
They was sitting with the writers of power.
Yeah, this is like America saying they were gonna stop prohibition and wanted to give a portion of the alcohol industry to African descendants of slaves, and your response is, I don't want to look like an alcoholic.
I'm not saying I want to look like an alcoholic. I'm saying there's so many opportunities, like land.
Yeah. Okay. But
like land, that's a major opportunity.
Right.
So,
but no one's talking about
that somebody else is farming. Let's talk about the depth of these reparation, the protocol, and how much depth does the plan have? Are we going to get the land to grow the crops? Are we just going to be given product produced by mass creators? You know.
Well, she did say it was in a form of licenses. So no, that doesn't sound like you would be getting land.
Corner boy with a brown paper bag. That's what it sounded like to me.
With a brick and mortar store legally, right? But I mean, let me. Well, first of all, you're in good company, because there are a few people who have the same opinion as you. For example, Al Sharpton says, putting pot shops in our communities is not reparations. Access to health care and education is what we need.
We need everything. Really? Al has to say what's good. He's a politician.
Listen, let me give you some marijuana industry statistics, okay?
It's money. Listen, completely understand and respect the cannabis market.
$52 billion. It was worth $52 billion, I believe, in 2018. And 87% of sales were still on the black market. So 52 billion is only worth 13% of the marijuana industry. Okay. 10 states have approved for recreational use. 33 states have approved it for medicinal use. Okay. Investors poured in $10 billion alone in 2018 just to see.
It sounds good. It's just difficult to trust the American government that they are a stand-up government by their word, fair shake. We know it's no fair shake. So if you're saying we can do this type of business, you'll give us a percentage. It comes down to the real numbers, how much land access, these whatever licensing agreement, because in all honesty, you look back at families, African descendants of slaves, the original farmers, the black farmers, the land that was taken once our ancestors became free, and we gathered over a short span, millions of acres. So we built the American tobacco industry. So this is saying, hey, let's give you back some of what we take from you. It still doesn't add up. It should be a check for people to make their own decisions. This is a nice little talking point for her, get people riled up. You know, what's her history in politics in general for her to just come with sensational campaign? She's just trying to get us off the hype. She's trying to get us off the hype.
Agree with. That I do agree with, because some of these candidates know that there are trigger spots for the black community, and they will bring those things up just to get a buzz.
Yeah, the campaign is full with hashtags. Right. They run it like a social media page.
Absolutely. But my thing is, I understand everything. I never said that it should be the only form of reparations. But in my opinion, it's a damn good start. It's a start.
It's something. It's a start. I wouldn't say a damn good start. It's just something.
Well, it is a start, because I think one of the most important things is to get the economies popping. Hold on, let me get a little sip of my tap filter.
Take your time.
But that's interesting. I just find it very interesting that something like that topic can bring up so many different opinions, especially in the black community.
It can, because we are losing our community in so many negative things that can reflect upon those decisions. It's so many positive things that can come from that decision if that action goes into play. So I don't want to dwell on the negative, but it's just something that I'm not so excited about. She's an actress, politician. I find it
exciting that people are bringing that to the table, at least as a talking point. I mean, we've got them. I mean, there was a point in time where it was impossible for anyone to even say the word reparations. And now we're at a point where I think people are on code, especially in the black community, and we are demanding things that we want.
There's a lot of talking, and that's good.
And we just have to keep it up. I think we're on the right track, and know, we really
think progress is being made
in this political process. There you go. Nice.
What else you got going on over there? You got a lot of info on your laptop.
Oh, well, my iPhone miraculously is fucking up.
You know what time it is. Macworld. They don't think they call it Macworld no more, do they? It's not Macworld. Now it's announcement of just iPhone stuff. It's like
it's
iPhone conference or something. It's a new theme.
Something.
Because we don't have new iMacs out. We don't have a full run of Apple products. It's just an Apple phone, iPhone.
Right.
That's the biggest part of their business, right? Got to sell phones. Phone sales have been down the past year and a half. So they need to do something exciting. So they sent out that signal to break everybody's iPhone because the new one is out.
That's what I'm talking about. It never fails. As soon as a new iPhone comes out, my phone, the battery dies in 10 minutes. My signal doesn't work. And I don't know, just all random shit just starts to happen. And I am saying, Apple, I think it's a hell of a coincidence that every time you guys have something new to sell on the iPhone market, my old iPhone starts tripping.
So which version of the iPhone do you want? What number are we up to?
This one, all right, so this is the new iPhone 11. It has a dual camera system, a fastest chip ever, yada, yada, yada. And it's the iPhone 11. I'm on iPhone 7, my G. All of that new facial recognition, that's alien technology to me right now. I thought me giving up my fingerprint was enough for the next at least decade. Now I gotta give you facial recognition?
Apple has to continue pushing the envelope to make their products and stay profitable. iPhones have been down for the past year. Folks aren't buying as many phones because, the iPhone 10 and 9 are lasting a little longer. So they had to hit that switch. And now the new phone has like these 3 cameras, and that chip you talk about is supposed to have some hyperdrive mode or overclocking somewhat like regular computer processors.
What does that mean?
That means that you maintain the power and consistency when you're at 100% battery versus when you're at 20% battery. Functionality stays fluid.
Bruh, can I watch an entire video without buffering?
Yes.
Is buffering still a term, or am I showing my age?
I think buffering is still a thing. We still have issues with our signals,
It's a problem. Listen, man.
Is the new iPhone 11, is it part of that 5G new 5G network?
I don't know, because where would they have a 5G network? Right? I think they have a fake 5G network. I think AT&T tried to pull
with that 4G E or there was a 4G L.
It's all about the money. There's no way 5G is here now. For those of you who don't know, 5G is supposed to be the next world of,
because we're on 4G right now,
right? But remember
5G
being
is supposed
on
to be
3G.
extremely
I can remember being on
fast.
3G, and they said we were going to 4G, and I was like, same shit. Now they have a 5G coming out, but the 5G is supposed to be a completely new revolution. Or evolution, excuse me.
Well, 3G and 4G has been pretty fast for me. One time at the office, my Verizon, what's the Verizon bandwidth called? It's like some gigabit speed nickname they
BIOS.
have. BIOS,
Yeah.
right? It's supposed to be super fast, and I had to download some heavy video files. And the BIOS wasn't really working well. So I connected my computer laptop to the Wi-Fi on my phone, and things started moving extremely fast, and this was a 4G phone.
I think FiOS was kind of a magic trick, because the wires on the outside of your house can be FiOS, fiber optics, right? But when it gets to your home, you don't have fiber optics in your home, most likely. So the signal would swing what's coming outside.
That's how it slows down.
And then it gets to your Wi-Fi, your router. Is not FiOS. It is.
So I went to the car show, saw a Lexus, nice and shiny. They said I could drive it, but when I get in it, it turns into a Honda.
Facts, bruv.
I gotta love the sales team of all these companies that get us.
It's about that money.
So do you feel you need to upgrade to the iPhone 11 with the 3 cameras and 3D, HD, 4K, and everything?
I can't front. Every time a new iPhone comes out, I stick to my guns and I say, nah, they're not going to get me. But you just get tired of your phone acting crazy, and then you just kind of cave in. I think that's a part of the business plan.
Discipline, my brother. You got to get like me. I switched to Android 2 years ago, reduced my cost for my mobile device. But now my Android phone is kind of phasing out, and it takes like 3 seconds to send one text messages. And sometimes people with iPhones send me heavy messages, like long, like a lot of characters. You can't send me something longer than a tweet. I'm not going to get it.
Okay, Android. Son, those Android pictures.
My phone is low. My phone bill is low, right?
I dig it.
And I don't care about any super functionality. It functions, even if not all the time.
Why
it
Android
functions.
pictures always look like it's taken in a smoky bathroom somewhere, a foggy bathroom?
Better than a payphone.
Facts. Yeah, but I'm a little sick of that. I'm a little sick of iPhone playing with my pockets and my emotions. You know what I'm saying?
All right, new iPhone. He needs one. Me, I need one, but I won't get one. What else you got going on over there?
Apple, if you're listening, and I know if you're not listening right now, eventually you will, because we're very consistent with this podcast. I want you to get at us. Let me know why my phone, every single time a new version comes out, starts tripping. All right? I don't think it's fair, and I think we need to hear your part of the story.
Because they're listening to you and they know.
Yeah, they're listening to me right now because my iPhone is always spying on me.
Always.
I know you've spoken about some product. You thought your phone was just sitting on your desk, not listening. And then the next time you open up your phone, lo and behold, boom, that very item you were talking about
advertisement
is advertised everywhere.
Yeah, that's that Google AdSense.
Evil umbrella. Between Google, Amazon, and iPhone. Well, yeah, Apple. We don't stand a chance. They know everything about us.
Yeah, there was a recent report that Apple devices are listening, Amazon devices are listening, as well as other phone carriers are listening, and they say it's for quality control as far as your messengers and things like that. They say it's for quality assurance and quality control so they can know what customers want, but they are listening. That's a fact.
Major fact. 6ix9ine don't even have to a snitch. You snitched on yourselves.
Yeah, 6ix9ine is that rapper making headlines. He was a gangster blood. Didn't go through the full initiation process. He wasn't really about that life, but he was a catchy artist, and someone masterminded his rap career and associated it with a lot of violence. And yeah, he's been making headlines all over.
A lot of people were saying that people should have known he wasn't quote unquote real. But my question is, why? Was it because of his looks or his actions?
I think this young man came out of nowhere. I got wind of him the same time as the rest of the world with the hit single Gummo.
What the fuck does Gummo mean anyway?
I don't know. Some type of tough guy term.
Yeah.
Gang related. I have no clue.
No longer.
But when that song came out and he was in the video, and folks were telling me across the wire that, you know, this is the guy that people in the streets are saying get behind because, you know, the big homie said so. So in that gangland mindset, do as you're told. So they got behind him and, you know, say less.
Yeah. Again, money supersedes.
So yeah, 6ix9ine was walking Echo, Amazon Echo.
The memes on social media have been hilarious.
Yeah, the meme of his picture and him telling on anybody and everything.
Hilarious. But anyway, listen, this has been great, man. I always enjoy speaking to you. This has been another episode of Resourceful Mofo Podcast.
Resourceful
motherfuckers. And you can follow us on IG at Resourceful Mofo. The Resourceful Mofo, or is it Resourceful Mofo? I think it's Resourceful Mofo. We'll get it together next time, folks. Please holla.
Peace.